Hello, this is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central, and welcome to my channel. We provide you with information to help you build your personal finances, information to help you build your personal credit, and information to help you build your business credit. Tonight's video is about your personal finances, in particular, the ending of the pandemic-influenced moratorium on foreclosures, which is scheduled to end on June 30th, 2021. Now, this could be extended. We've had extensions before. It could be extended again. They could be announcing an extension as we speak. Just make sure you conduct your due diligence and check out current events and to make sure that this is correct. But as of today, as of now, that is when the moratorium is supposed to end. And not only is the moratorium ending, millions of homeowners are scheduled or slated to exit their year-long moratorium period. Now, again, that period could be extended as well, because about 2-3 months ago, the forbearance exit period for single family homes was extended by 3 months. So if it was scheduled for June 30th, 2021, it's been extended to September 30th, 2021. And on June 3rd, the FHFA extended forbearance periods for multifamily properties. So the multifamily property forbearance that was scheduled to end in June, of course, is just like the single family. It would be extended to September 30th. The thing is, all forbearances are not equal. Different families, different homeowners entered at different times. So that's why everything we hear about, there's going to be these wave of foreclosures when the moratorium is lifted and when the forbearance, when people have to exit their forbearance, data does not support that. And I have information tonight, that positive information that shows you otherwise. Okay, and by the way, like I said, all the forbearances are not equal. Different people entered at different times, and I may have said that. I'm repeating myself. Different people entered at different times, so it's conceivable that some people may not come out of forbearance until 2023. So that in and of itself shows that a wave of foreclosure is highly questionable. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to put a positive spin on this and share some information that I read from the Real Estate with Keeping Current Matters. And I'll put this link in my description below. When I was reading this, I was just blowing up with excitement because I wanted to hurry up and share this with you. And I read it a couple of times and I conducted due diligence on this. And this is something that somebody out there might need to hear. Okay? So, 4 major reasons households in forbearance won't lose their homes. 4 major reasons households in forbearance won't lose their homes. So let's keep going. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of discussion about all this foreclosure wave, but let's just talk about, here's 4 reasons that won't happen. Number 1, almost 50% who leave forbearance already caught up on their payments. So that takes out 50% of them already. Almost 50% leave forbearance already caught up on their payments. So let me go through this for you really quickly here. So it says, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, MBA, the data through March 28th shows that 48.9% of homeowners who have already left the program were current on their mortgage payments when they exited. 26.6% made their monthly payments during their forbearance period. 14.7% brought past due payments current, and 7.6% paid off their loan in full. Now, again, I don't diminish what people are going through. I don't diminish those who don't know what you're feeling if you don't know what you're going to do once the moratorium's up or once you have to exit your forbearance. I do not diminish what you're feeling, but I want to let you know there are possibilities. Everybody's not going to exit the same way, but there's possibilities. So I want to share them with you, continue to share them with you. Okay? Now, the banks don't want the houses back. They just don't want them back. You know what? They learned from the crash of 2008. They just don't want to handle that inventory, the headaches of managing foreclosed properties. So this time, they're working with homeowners. And here's an example right here. All right. For an example, about 50% of all mortgages are backed by the Federal Housing Finance Agency. So in 2008, the FHFA offered 208,000 homeowners some form of Home Retention Act. And of course, these options were based on the financial ability of a homeowner, a borrower, to enter into a workout option. And of course, that they wanted to stay in their home. So here's some options: temporary forbearance, and then there's repayment plans, loan modification, or partial deferrals. These help delinquent borrowers stay in their home. Now, right now, over the past year, FHFA has offered that same protection to over 1 million homeowners. So you want to talk to your servicing agent to find out what protections FHFA is offering you. You want to Google FHFA and conduct your due diligence so you'll be armed with that information before you even call your lender, all right, or your servicer. So today, almost all lending institutions are working with their borrowers. And the report from MBA reveals that of those homeowners who have left forbearance, 35.5% have worked out a repayment plan with their lender. 26.5% were granted a loan deferral where a borrower does not have to pay the lender interest or principal on a loan for an agreed to period of time, and 9% were given a loan modification. See, there's possibilities. There's options. Look, remember when loan modification was the only game in town, and we were scrambling and turning in paperwork, and they're sending us letters saying send more? We was on that loan modification merry-go-round. Well, not so now. We have options. Okay? All right. Now, there's no political will. Number 3, there's no political will to foreclose on these houses. Hey, look, government seems determined not to let individuals or families lose their homes. I mean, they are like, mortgage companies could face penalties if they don't take the steps to prevent a deluge of foreclosures that threatens to hit the housing market this year. Now, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has a warning, and it's tied to forbearance relief that allows millions of borrowers to delay their mortgage payments due to the pandemic. And mortgage servicers should start reaching out to the affected homeowners now to advise them on the ways that they can modify their loans. Now, CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, is proposing a new set of guidelines, and that's to ensure that people can retain their homes. Now, here's major points of it. Okay, the proposed rule would provide a special pre-foreclosure review period that would generally prohibit servicers from starting foreclosure until after December 31st, 2021. Now, the second one is the proposed rule would permit servicers to offer certain streamlined loan modification options to borrowers with the COVID-related hardships based on evaluation of an incomplete application. You know those incomplete applications before? You send an incomplete application to your servicers, they just shut you off. They wouldn't even work on you would get kicked out of loss mitigation. All right. The proposal rule wants temporary changes to certain required services communication to make sure borrowers receive key information about their options as at the appropriate time. And see, even though the final decision hasn't come down yet, you still should contact your servicer and to see if they are even moving forward or if they're doing anything that the CFPB has proposed. Okay. Now, a lot of people say that, and a lot of organizations say that CFPB does not have the power to delay foreclosures, but there's a report, and you want to read this report. It's called The Protections for Borrowers Affected by the COVID-19 Emergency under the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, RESPA, Regulation X. Now, RESPA's getting in the game. Now, this is serious. So you want to read this particular report. Now, again, I am putting the link to this article in my description, and you just go and read this. And then when you get down here, in order to see this report, and you must read the report, you can click on here and you can check it out. Now, if all else fails, homeowners will sell their homes before a foreclosures. Homeowners have a record level of equity today. So according to CoreLogic, the home equity report, the average equity of mortgage homes is currently $204,000. In addition, 38% of homes don't even have a mortgage. So the level of equity available in today's homeowner is significant. So just like the banks learned their lessons, I told you we learned our lesson too, and we're not going through that. See, they bamboozled us before. They ran over us. They took our properties, but not this time. Not this time. You know what? Reach out to your servicer now. Read these articles first, and then reach out to your servicer to see what they have. What are they offering? What protection are they offering? Let them know if they are not offering anything to help you, talk to your real estate professional, and perhaps, and I'm not saying it, but perhaps you might, if you can't stop the foreclosure, perhaps you can sell your home. But I'm not telling you to get professional advice, but we're not going through what we went through before. Last time we walked away with nothing. This time, don't walk away with nothing. Don't let them take your home, okay? Hey, this is Miss Janet with GLS Success Central. You know what? I get excited about this kind of content. If you do too, press the like button and leave me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed thus far, please do so at this time. Hey, I'll see you in a couple of days. Grace and peace. Miss Janet out.